If you didn't know, I've lost over 100 some pounds. And during this journey, I have been single. I got out of a relationship right before having surgery, and I decided to focus on myself.
Bestie, dating after losing weight is one of those experiences nobody prepares you for. You think the hardest part would be the gym hours, the strict meals, the self discipline, the early mornings, and the sweat. But when you step into the dating world with new body, your new confidence, and suddenly you realize there's a whole emotional journey that comes with it. Hey, Bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, talking about dating after losing weight. So I've put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back share my choosings.
If you didn't know, I've lost over 100 some pounds. And during this journey, I have been single. I got out of a relationship right before having surgery, and I decided to focus on myself. And now we're starting to entertain. I'm a entertainer. Anyways, this has been an interesting journey, dating after losing so much weight. And I just want to say, for one, the dating pool is weird. After being in a relationship from 2022 to the end of 2024, I'm good off of this, honestly. Like, this experience has been shit poor. One of the things that I've realized after losing weight and trying to date again is that, for one, dating apps, all of that, it's just not where it's at anymore. And I'm kind of over it. So every time I try to make a dating app page, I always end up deleting it within the week or two. It just doesn't entertain me anymore. I do get attention from people in public, and that's not a problem. But again, shit poor experiences. Like, I don't want nothing that nobody's really offering. Nobody has nothing offered that's like, oh yeah. And then, I don't know, the hookup culture, the sleeping around, I'm just not in that headspace. So if it's not something genuine, I'm not too interested in entertaining it. I'm sorry. And also, men are weird. Like, I don't know if it's I've gained a level of value and I know what I'm worth, and so I'm not accepting a lot of BS from men. But y'all are weird. Like, in this past week, I've had one guy ask me for money. Like $10. We haven't even been talking that long. It's probably been talking to him a week, and he found me on TikTok. And he asked me for money. And then another person, I matched with them on a dating app, and the first thing it says, oh, you're thick and you got pretty white teeth. Daddy loved that. I actually hate this. I hate this a lot. I don't want to do it anymore.
Dating and losing weight. This is something I wanted to talk about for a while because it's something that I'm kind of going through right now, and it is a very interesting situation. So there are three types of guys that you're going to meet when you start to date again and you've lost a significant amount of weight. Number one is going to be the first guy that's in your inbox is the guys that you used to date when you were a little bit heavier. And let me tell you about these ones. Stay away. Because why would you want to date somebody that now just wants to be with you because you've lost a lot of weight? Like, girl, do better. Not only like, not I don't want to say do better. These people were not with you when you were shooting in the gym, as Rick Ross says. You were out here losing weight, trying to do your very best, and now these men are in your inbox trying to talk to you, saying you look so good, what's going on with you, I haven't talked to you in so long. No, you are better than that. You don't want that man, because what if you gain the weight back? Is he going to be with you? No, he's not. All he cares about is the aesthetics, and that's not the type of person you want to be with, so say no. The second type of guy that you're going to meet is the guy that probably would not have been with you when you were your heaviest, and you're surprised that they want to talk to you now. And this is something that I struggle with because I think about what I looked like, and maybe I'll insert some pictures of what I looked like before. But this is the type of person that you're like, why would they even want to talk to me now? And then you look in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, this is probably why. And for you, it's hard to understand, but they do truly want to talk to you. So just like give yourself some grace and like just try to like figure out that people actually do like you for what you look like now. And it's cool. It's cool. Okay, so there is a third type of guy. The third type of guy is like the person that would have talked to you when you were heavier, still wants to talk to you now. And it's kind of cool, but at the same time, you're not exactly sure what the situation is. This is probably the most genuine person, and probably the person that you should go for. Those are the three types of people I think that I've come across so far. Maybe, but I will say, first and foremost, stay away from number one, because number one means you no good. Number one does not care about you as a person. Number one is all about the aesthetics. Stay away from the F-boys, because we all know who they are. There was one person that was so incredibly rude to me and so mean to me over the 5 years that I knew him, probably even more. I think I knew this man. And he had the nerve to creep into my inbox like, oh my God, you look so good, da, 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 da. And I kept ignoring him, like ignore. And finally, one day, he just had the nerve to call me on Facebook Messenger. And at this point in time, I had 3 phones. Don't ask any questions about why. But I had 3 phones. And it was a little bit jarring because all of my phones rang at one time. Well, excuse me. I'm a little thirsty. Well, this man calls me and I didn't answer. And I was like, did you call me on Facebook Messenger? And he was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, why would I speak to you? You were never nice to me. You were never a nice person to me. You were extremely mean to me for no reason other than the fact that you just wanted to be mean to me. So why would I speak to you now? And he had the nerve to throw the therapy card, which I'm sure he probably has been through therapy because he was not a nice, pleasant person to be around. And maybe he has been in therapy and maybe he has changed. But you know what? I'm not interested in it because you were mean to me. Why would I want to talk to a person that's been mean to me and was mean to me consistently for very many years? And I was just always like, well, maybe he'll turn around and be a nice person. No, that's who you are as a person. If you have gotten to a certain age in life and you are mean, that's who you are. You are mean. So, like I said, number 1, stay away. Number 2, he's probably okay. And number 3 is probably the one that you want. So, that's my little bit of dating advice. But, you know, I can't really give dating advice because
How is dating different since I've lost weight? Part 2. I used to be 230. I'm 157 now. Men are so nice. They're always attentive. They're always trying to do something for me. It doesn't matter if I'm 30 feet away from the door, they're going to hold it. That one boggled the fuck out of me. It still does. Because men were always the cruelest towards me. Especially like the boys that turned into men that were the ones that bullied me my entire life. Yeah, them too. Like, I'm still the same girl. Just because now you're attracted to this doesn't mean that I'm still not gonna curse you the fuck out. But we digress. Also, I'm a lesbian, so I never wanted your attention. But now you're just giving it to me. Okay. And mind you, I was also nicer when I was fatter. Now I'm a bitch to men because now they take it. Reparations. You know when you go out to restaurants and you're fat and you feel like everyone's staring at you because they are? I don't get that anymore, so that's kind of nice. But I still get that anxiety. So when I get stared at for too long, I'm literally like, what? But they just come and compliment me. So I'm like, sorry, I'm just a little angry. I'm going to keep mentioning men because girls don't know that I'm gay. Because the ice just fell on me. I got swamp ass now, but we digress. When men come up to me and they're like, oh, my friend thinks you're cute, I think they're trying to bully me because that happened a lot growing up, you know, just fat girl things. But no, they're actually like trying to talk to me and I'm like, no, I'm gay. Also, you're ugly. You need to like that. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Men take rejection way better now. If I tell them no, they're like, why? Back then I said no to like whatever guy would come up to me. They'd be like, oh yeah, bitch, well, you're fucking fat. So, you know, I actually didn't want to fucking talk to you, bitch. And I'm like, I literally told you I was gay. Like, what the fuck? Hey, why do you have to say that I'm fat? I feel like at least with being fat and dating, people are more open-minded. Like, they see your side, they know that there's biases, they're a part of society, but they want to get to know you. Versus you losing weight, people suddenly are just attracted to you and they're sexualizing you, and they're not really caring to understand who you are. They just want you. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some, but for the most part,
shit's kind of the same, not gonna lie. People are still lame, people are still annoying and two-faced, so it doesn't become perfect when you lose weight. The dating pool just opens up.
You know when people said that when you lose weight, dating is going to be different and people will start treating you different? I've lost 150 pounds, and let me tell you, they not lying. Granted, I think my mindset has shifted a lot since losing that 150 pounds, so maybe I'm just attracting energy that is more in alignment with me. For the most part, given the society we are currently in when it comes to dating, like, you can only take even that with a grain of salt. But the level of respect that I feel I receive now when it comes to dating is totally different than the level of respect I received when I was 150 pounds bigger, for sure. Not that I wasn't trying to demand my respect or have my boundaries in terms of respect, in that I noticed that I was being disrespected. But now that I'm here and I look back, I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So my heart feels sad for the 150 pound heavier me, because she would have wanted to experience the things that I'm currently experiencing, and she deserved to. I don't know. It's bittersweet. Let me know in the comments your experience of dating when you've lost weight, dating when you've gained weight, dating when you've had a body recomp, whatever your situation was.
So I once dated this guy, and I was getting dressed in front of him, and I guess he saw my loose skin, so he was like, "Oh, damn, you used to be fat." And I said, "No, I was just the same size as your mother." Anyways, we don't talk anymore.
Can I talk candidly about something that like absolutely freaking grosses me out? And I don't care, it's probably gonna piss you off, but I don't care. I have been in many eras of my body, and when I say that my weight has fluctuated a lot over 10 years, it has been in a range of like 230 pounds that my body has gone up and down and done all kinds of different things. When I lose weight, and somebody that I have known for a long time, several people suddenly become interested in me, that pisses me the fuck off. I don't care if it pisses you off that I feel that way, because guess what? Like, do you realize how demoralizing it is for you to realize the only reason people were writing you off is because of your size? It's so gross. It's so gross. Because I love people. I love the way that people are, and there's not a single thing that could happen to the body of any of my friends or my loved ones that would make them any less stunning to me. I don't look at people's bodies. I look at who's inside. And to think that like people truly have written me off because of my size makes me feel gross. I don't know any other kind of love besides unconditional love. And when you put conditions on me, I feel gross. It just is, it like sucks away at you. And there were times also when I was bigger and people would see pictures of me when I was smaller and they would say things to my face like, if you looked like that, I'd be all over you. What the fuck do you mean? That's so gross. I don't want anything to do with people who love like that. It's, I cannot wrap my brain around how much you care about bodies that you write off people, because that hurts. And it's not just because I'm being rejected, it's because it feels like your love is so limited and you're writing yourself off from so many people because of all of the check marks that you have that don't matter in the long run. I guess I don't want to surround myself with people who think that way. I can't do it. It feels wrong. And I hope you guys know that if you're on this page, I love you no matter what the hell you look like. I think all people are beautiful if their hearts are beautiful. So take that and run with it, and know that there are people out there who think like I do.
Okay, so I want to have this conversation, but I don't want to be offensive. But y'all, please try to follow me. And if I'm saying a whole lot of nothing, you can tell me that in the comments. Okay, so I'm in this body right now, right? And if any of y'all followed my journey, I was 360 pounds. I was over 300 pounds most of my adult life. I started my journey in 2018. I probably lost my last 40 pounds in the last, I guess, 2 years or whatever. Also, like, all right, so now I have not dated in this body within the last 6 months. So think about, like, the majority of my life, I'm over 300 pounds. I'm married, working in fashion. And then after that, get into a relationship. And then I've been single like the last 6 months and really like in single spaces, right? And so, okay, so now y'all see my aesthetic, and not from a conceited place, but just from an observation place. My glow up has been pretty insane, right? Not to say that wasn't great before, but yeah. So, all right, and this is me just speaking very matter of fact about like everything. So now, the men that I attract now, they're all terrible, but they seem to be a little bit higher on, I guess, the food chain, I guess. I don't know. Now, I will tell you, if there is an ex-NFL player within a 30-mile radius from me, I'm attracted. He is coming. He's approaching. That happens. At this point, I'm not even surprised. If the body type starts walking towards me, I'm like, okay. All right. So, all right. But also, there are other men in other veins, and I can't say a whole lot, but I need to try to say a little bit without saying a lot. So last night, I get pulled into a situation, and it's one of those situations that, child, I would just say my sister is way more well versed in this space. And so when I got pulled into it and I found out what was happening, I text her, and I immediately, because I was like, I'm in the space, and I don't really know how to maneuver this. And she just was like, she just told me, just listen to the music, don't say a lot. And I said, cool. That's me in general. So I'm cool, right? And so, of course, I know I'm being brought into this space, which is interesting, because I am decoration. I know this. And I'm fine with that because I literally get to sit there and be a fly on the wall. And let me just say this, like, this is almost like a sociology experiment for me. I'm also thoroughly entertained. I'm not going to lie about it. And I also like, I'm entertained. I can't, because also like I'm in my own brain with a person, like I think in layers, and everything is like, and I have to like actually catch myself from looking around too much, because sometimes people who are a little bit more observant, they observe that I'm observing, and I'm observing hard. So I try to contain that in general. But it's kind of fascinating that I'm getting pulled into some spaces with people just purely based on looks alone. But I'm also like in my own brain. And it's like, it's some of the wildest, I'll tell you some of the wildest stuff. And then also, let me also say this, and I'm trying to figure out, do I use my powers for good or for bad? So, and I say this because I get to be on a fly on the wall because I don't want anything, right? And what I mean is, like, I'm not asking for anything. I'm not out here like, now, I'm not saying what I'm doing is correct, because I know the girlies on the internet say you should be. I'm not getting involved with that, because I get to entertain myself and be observant, because I'm not asking for anything. I'm not giving up nothing. And but I owe nobody anything. And one thing I do know about this life is nothing in this life is freely given. Like, you don't get anything in this life for free. There's always an exchange of some sort. So to me, it's like, I'm not trying to finesse nobody. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm really just being nosy. And I'm being nosy on like how I'm treated. I'm being nosy on what's going on around me. I'm being nosy. And I guess if, like, at the end of the day, I love the girlie's advice about getting this, that, or the other. Honestly, I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be on anybody's roster. I I'm even if I'm getting something, I don't want it because I can get it myself. And that just frees me up to not have to deal with any sorts of foolishness. But I do get to be in these spaces and like observe like these men in certain spaces and how they move and then how they bring women into these spaces. It is fascinating. It's fascinating. And I just, yeah, I really am enjoying myself. And I'll do this until I get bored. And then I'll go do something else or whatever. But yeah, I don't know if I said something without saying anything. I hope
That's a video bestie, so I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. In today's video, we're talking about dating after losing weight. So basically, the first thing I want to talk about, you're going to notice the increase in attention. People who ignored you before or you treated you like you were invisible suddenly start to notice you. Men who never made eye contact with you are now holding doors, complimenting you, and sending DMs. And there's a part of you that feels like flattered because who doesn't enjoy being seen? But there is another part of you that realizes, wait, so now I'm valuable, now I'm beautiful, and now they want me. And that part of the journey is the emotional one because losing weight teaches you the difference between people who value your soul and people who value your appearance. Another thing, basically, you also begin to date with a new awareness of self-worth. Before, maybe you settled for whoever gave you attention. Maybe you tolerated disrespect or emotional unavailable partners because you felt like you had to take whatever came your way. But when you lose weight, especially if it was a long and difficult journey, there's a level of confidence that grows inside you that no one can take away. You start to realize your standards were not too high, your self-esteem was just too low. And now you date differently. You choose more intentionally. You care more about how someone make you feel than how fast they call you back. You start to look for emotional safety, respect, consistency, and genuine interest instead of crumbs. Basically, dating after weight loss also exposes the insecurities of other people. Some partners who liked you when you were bigger may suddenly become uncomfortable or jealous with the new attention you're getting. They may accuse you of changing or acting brand new or seeking validation. But the truth is, you did not change who you are. They just fear losing the vision of you who doubted herself. When you glow, people who benefited from your low self-esteem will always try to pull you back. But you have to remember that you work hard for this confidence. You earned your peace, and anyone who cannot handle the upgraded vision of you does not deserve access to you. Another part of dating after weight loss is learning to trust your own beauty. Sometimes you still feel like the bigger version of yourself, even when your body has changed. You may question whether people like you for real or if they're attracted to the weight loss. You may second guess compliments. You may feel like you still need to prove you're worthy. But the truth is, your growth is not just physical. When you lose weight, you gain discipline, you gain control, you gain a sense of accomplishment. That energy is attractive. The confidence is attractive. Your presence is different because you work for yourself in a way many people never will. You will also face situations where people from past try to come back, ex crushes, old classmates, people rejected you, people who made you feel like you are not good enough. Suddenly they want to try again. They want to catch up, they want to see where things go. And it's so important to remember that closure is not always a conversation. Sometimes closure is looking at the message, remembering how they treated you, and choosing yourself. You don't need to entertain people who only see your value after it transforms. Your transformation was for you, not for them. Dating after losing weight also involves learning how to set boundaries. Before, you may have accepted partners who loved, bombed you, or treated you inconsistency. Now you recognize red flags quicker. You don't chase people, you don't beg for attention, you don't fall for bare minimum effort. You understand that you deserve someone who chooses you from the beginning, not someone who sees you as an option. Weight loss does not just shape your body, it shapes your mindset. And when your mindset changes, your dating standards evolve naturally. There's also a deeper emotional part of dating after weight loss that people don't like to talk about. Sometimes you grieve the vision of you who tolerated less. You look back and realize how much you accepted because you didn't feel pretty enough or worthy enough. It's painful but healing to admit that the old you was doing her best with the confidence she had. And now that you are stronger, wiser, and more self-aware, you protect yourself differently. You love yourself differently. You show up for yourself differently. The most beautiful part of dating after weight loss is that you begin to attract partners who match your growth. You draw in people who appreciate your discipline, your glow, your confidence, not just your body. People see your weight loss as a reflection of your resiliency, not as only the value. People who feel safe with you because you now know how to take care of yourself. When you glow on the inner side, you attract partners who are glowing too. And let's be honest, dating after weight loss is fun. You dress differently, you walk differently, you play differently, you enjoy being desired, you enjoy trying to new styles, you enjoy feeling like the main character in your own story. But with that fun comes responsibility. You have to stay grounded, you have to remember who you were and who you are becoming, and you have to stay connected to your